Imagine stepping outside after sunset, and instead of black or navy, the sky glows in deep electric blue. The stars shimmer against a canvas of cosmic lavender. What if night wasn't dark, but drenched in purple light? Welcome to Other Side, where today we explore a world where twilight is transformed and the sky tells a different story. In our world, the sun dips below the horizon, daylight fades, and our familiar night sky emerges, inky black, sprinkled with diamonds of starlight. But what if physics tweaked its rules just a little? What if the night sky wasn't black, but a breathtaking shade of purple? Let us dive into the twilight zone and discover what wonders and oddities await us under a violet veil. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Our familiar sky at dusk is the result of sunlight scattering through our atmosphere. Blue wavelengths scatter more, leaving behind longer red and orange hues that paint the clouds and sky in warm tones. But what if those particles in our atmosphere reacted differently, perhaps reflecting more ultraviolet light, which is invisible to us? According to astrophysicists, this is entirely possible. Under such a scenario, the sky wouldn't be black but awash in shades of purple, violet, and indigo. No more pitch black, just endless shades of twilight. But how would such a shift impact our world? For starters, it would redefine the meaning of rest. Daybreak is often seen as a time for renewal and rebirth, but nightfall is associated with rest, recharge, and reflection. Cities could even host festivals celebrating the purple night sky, complete with violet parades, twilight fireworks, and light displays. For artists and poets, the violet veil would offer a new muse. Painters could capture the unique play of light and shadow. Musicians could compose pieces inspired by the haunting beauty of the purple night. Writers might pen sonnets to the electric hues of the twilight sky. The very essence of nighttime creativity could be elevated under such a unique sky. But what about us? How would humans adapt to a world without true darkness, where night is always tinged with purple? According to sleep specialist Dr. Andrew Huberman, our bodies do have an internal clock known as the circadian rhythm, which regulates sleep-wake cycles and is controlled by light-sensitive cells in our eyes. These cells send signals to the brain about the presence of light, allowing it to adjust our biological clock accordingly. Interestingly, Dr. Homerin notes that exposure to bright white light can trick our bodies into feeling alert during typical sleeping hours, potentially disrupting our sleep schedules. So what if we lived under a purple night sky? How would this affect our sleep patterns and mental health? Well, studies have shown that exposure to certain colors can indeed influence our moods and even our hormones. For instance, exposure to blue light can suppress the production of melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle, keeping us awake. Conversely, exposure to red light can increase melatonin levels, promoting relaxation and sleepiness. Since the color purple falls between blue and red on the color spectrum, it is possible that a night sky awash in this hue could have a unique effect on our bodies. Some might relish the opportunity to be bathed in calming purple light during their wind-down routine, finding it relaxing and conducive to sleep. Others might find the soft glow too stimulating, preventing them from falling asleep at their usual hour. It all depends on the exact shade of purple and the intensity of the light. If the shade is cool, like periwinkle or lavender, it might lean towards the energizing end of the spectrum, making it harder to fall asleep. On the other hand, if the sky is painted in warmer purples like mauve or lilac, it might promote relaxation and drowsiness. Interestingly, exposure to purple light has also been linked to increased creativity and intuition. This could be because the color purple stimulates both the left and right sides of the brain, enhancing communication between logic and creativity. In fact, living under an eternally purple sky could take a toll on our mental health. Imagine the sky every night, not just after sunset, but all throughout the night. It would be like living under constant daylight, which could lead to feelings of restlessness, irritability, and even insomnia. Additionally, the lack of true darkness could make stargazing impossible, limiting our sense of wonder and connection with the universe. But amidst these challenges, there's an intriguing twist. Some psychologists believe that staring at the stars can have a calming effect on the mind, helping to alleviate anxiety and depression. If this is true, living under a perpetually purple sky, where stars are either hidden or washed out, might deprive us of this therapeutic benefit in a world where mental health is a pressing concern. This unintended consequence adds another layer of complexity to our hypothetical scenario. Our natural world is brimming with wonders, from the dance of the northern lights to the changing hues of a sunset. But perhaps one of the most captivating spectacles is the seemingly endless expanse of our night sky, sprinkled with countless stars. It's a sight that's humbled humanity since time immemorial. If our world had a purple sky, this panorama would dramatically shift. The stars, usually so prominent against the dark backdrop of space, might become harder to discern, almost camouflaged against the violet veil. This could reframe our relationship with the cosmos. With the stars less apparent, we might find ourselves less focused on astronomy and astrology. Telescopes might gather dust as star charts become outdated. Even constellations, so familiar to navigators and dreamers alike, could lose their prominence. However, this shift might also spark a new era of astronomy. As we grapple to see beyond the purple haze, we might develop new technologies. Telescopes that pierce through the violet veil, or satellites that capture clearer views of the cosmos. This quest to see beyond could drive innovation in space exploration and deepen our understanding of the universe. Now, let's take a moment to reimagine the world from your perspective. Imagine that you wake up every evening to the sight of a beautiful, calm, gently glowing purple night sky. How would this change your perception of time? Would you feel a sense of peace and tranquility? Or would you yearn for the darkness that you experienced only in dreams? How would this nightly spectacle impact your mood and your daily life? Perhaps you'd find solace in the purple twilight, using it as a time to reflect and unwind after a hectic day. Or maybe you'd grow weary of the perpetual light, longing for the comforting embrace of darkness. How would you feel about a sky that never turned black, a night that never deepened into true darkness? Would it inspire you or unnerve you? Would you find beauty in the endless twilight? Or would you miss the poetry of a moonlit night? It's easy to take our world for granted, especially when it comes to something as everyday as the night sky. But what if we were to turn the familiar into the fantastical? What if our sky was permanently painted in hues of purple, lavender, and violet? It might seem like a simple tweak, but it would resonate far beyond the realm of twilight. Such a change would redefine culture, shape our psychology, revolutionize astronomy, and fundamentally alter our relationship with the universe. It's a fascinating thought experiment that challenges us to appreciate the beauty and wonder of our world, even in its tiniest details. So, until next time, remember, the night sky isn't just a backdrop. It's a canvas, a storybook, and a mirror to our own existence. And who knows, maybe one day our world will rewrite its script and the sky will tell a different tale. If this violet vision of the night made you look up with new eyes, hit the like button and subscribe the other side, where the sky is never the limit. Thanks for watching.